All right, here's just some of the headlines. Google wants to control your home. CNN, and they describe how everything in your house will track you. They will remote control it. They will watch you. It was Google 6 years ago admitted they're watching you over your laptop computer camera. And you tell people this, they laugh at you, even as public schools get caught nationwide watching kids at home. I mean, it's just, people are in a trance, folks. Why is this show so successful? Because I'm fundamentally angry and awake and threatened by these people, and I'm hopping mad. I was so angry this morning, I was able to run like twice as far as I'm normally able to. And I'm going to start just using my anger again. The government are terrorists. They've been caught staging terror over and over again. They're a bunch of criminals. We've got crooks that have hijacked the nation run by foreign banks. I told you, I'm getting so many emails, calls, media freaking out going, how did you know they were going to take over the cell phones? How did you know they were going to be breaking in on radio and TV, not during nuclear war, but with regular announcements and fear? How did you know they'd have public video screens going up saying, be scared? Because it's all been blueprinted. The government standardized all this in the last 16 years. I read the UN reports. I read the Internet 2 reports. I read what DARPA puts out. Folks, I remember 10 years ago, DARPA was in the Baltimore Sun and said, we've put up towers to test soothing people during riots. And it was just a nice little article like they were reporting on the painting of fire hydrants or the price of tea in China, just real innocuous, the price of pork bellies. Oh, by the way, the government's testing towers in cities with magnetic frequencies that calm you. Well, I mean, that's what I mean. It's already going on. I just can't believe how evil. They're so bold, though, and people can't admit how bad it is. They're poisoning our water on record. They're caught everywhere injecting people in third world nations where they can get away with it with live bioweapons. They're murdering Nazis. Nazi isn't even what they are. The Nazis were a spinoff of these guys. And they said, you're doing it too quick and too obvious. Bam! You got to learn to pose as a liberal. Like Margaret Sanger said, we got to pose as liberals to kill these weeds. Well, I got news flash for you. I'm not going along with it. Man, I can't even handle it anymore. Listen to these articles. Google wants to control your home. Fema to confiscate food from local farms. From the U.S. government, Obama administration fights to allow warrantless GPS tracking. They got to do that because the phones are already doing it. AP, in Texas schools, a pitcher's worth 1,000 calories. A $2 million project starting in San Antonio, Texas, with smart cameras scanning the children as they eat. It can even tell if the pear is half-eaten. Of course, the health department and CPS are involved. And here it is. Illinois lawmaker says raising obese kids should cost parents a tax time. There's your kid tax, your one-child tax. It's just the kids are growing up in like science fiction nightmares, coast to coast. They're watching them in the PE showers. It's like, yes, we have cameras in the showers. That's been out for 15 years. No one cares. Cameras in restrooms. They are training the kids to spy on their parents. They have them on computers under federal grants, write dossiers about their parents all over the country. That's in Police State to the Takeover, released in 2000. The actual documents, the towns, where they get federal grants. They do it on computer. They write about home life. It's given to the government. I mean, this has been going on behind the scenes, and now they're getting ready to really launch it. Continuing. Big article, federal spy chips to hijack your phone. He links to CBS. He links to the New York Times. He links to London Telegraph, all positively going, yes, the government, you can't turn it off. It'll turn your phone on. If you're on a phone call or doing some work, the government's going to break in with announcements. It's the same thing with radio and TV. It will not be the EAS alerts once a week. It will be whenever they want. The local threat fusion center is going to love it. You build the radio station, the TV station, the local mayor and police chief and fire chief break in, taking over all the channels, forcing themselves in front of you, forcing themselves in your life. Federal regulations, all new clock radios have a shortwave transmitter in it, receiver, that picks up, so it's going to turn on and blare propaganda at you. The television sets, they're talking about making it the law to make you have these in your house. Total hell, total evil. Upwards of 100,000 preachers secretly hired, now public, to spy on their flocks, tell them submit to forced inoculation and going to Fema camps and to turn their guns in. Military all being trained in their Sears training, how to torture now. That was declassified last week. Armies of evil, armies of darkness, giant Halliburton, DynCorp, child kidnapping ring, Chicago Tribune, AP, no one stops them. Pure evil, genetic warfare, live viruses being injected into the kids, just absolute bedlam, total control, total evil everywhere, total rollout. Smart meters tracking you in your house, data transmission over power lines, listening to in your home, through the light sockets, total control, total evil, chemtrailing, aluminum, brain damage, brain disorders, death.